welcome to episode 10 of Shirley's Salad Podcast. It's December 2011. Well, it's December 2011 when I'm doing this, but I don't know when I'll be able to upload it because my computer's broken. My son lives far away, and I will probably be a few weeks before he comes to visit again, and I don't know if he'll have time to fix the computer. So hopefully I'll be able to upload this next month. So I might be getting 2 episodes in 1 month. But I wanted to show you these socks that I have knit because I will have given them away before the end of January. And because my computer's broken, I couldn't look at whether I had shown these socks last time. But I'll show them again. If I showed them last time, they're all ready. I'm using scrap yarn that I received from the Red Cross craft group. So there's usually only little bits. I used all the brown from these 2 colors, and then all the cream. And then I had to ask for some more brown because I had oranges and things, and I was hoping they'd have brown. So I used all the brown. Well, it's not really a brown, I don't know what color to call it. And there's still some of this left over, but I thought the foot was long enough. And I think I did mention last time that I was knitting these, my first afterthought heel socks. I used up as much of the green and the white as I could. So I did the stripes myself, and then I did a tube, and then I realized I wasn't going to be able to do the heel on the back of the foot like I had planned to, and usually, well, I consider it the back of the foot because I had run the colors down the back, and if I cut them, then there would be really short pieces and I wouldn't be able to weave them in. I like the look of this too. I might try a pair of socks, or knitting a pair of socks like this. I don't know what other people would think, but they probably think they're inside out, but let's see. So I knit as far as I could, and then I ran 1 needle along I wove it in one, how's to explain? So I just went through the stitches so they were completely on the needle, and then I skipped 1 row, and then I did another row with the needle. So there were 2 needles and a row in between, and I cut the row in between. I cut a stitch, and then I unraveled in 2 directions, and I just started doing a toe. I have no idea what size the toe should have been, so well, they're done. They'll fit somebody, I hope. And then I'm knitting these socks from scrap yarn. I really like this pink and white striped, well, I don't know, can you call it striped, but pink and white sock yarn. And unfortunately, because all of the yarn is donated and is in this small balls like this, there are no labels, so I don't know what the yarn is. I really like the color, and I would have liked to buy some myself, but I can't. So I've taken some peach color, and I'll use that until it finishes. And then I've got 2 balls about the size of yellow, and I'll make some stripes with that. And I don't really have any color that's suitable for this sock, so I'm going to have to take it along next time and see if there's anything that they have that I could use. I'm hoping that I can use this little bit for the toe, but I have to see what colors I'm getting for the rest of the sock. And another thing that I've finished, well, it's almost finished, is this little doll dress. My friend's granddaughter has a little doll, and it doesn't have any clothes, and I said, well, I can make something. I can knit something or crochet something. So I knit this, but I had put The straps, I attached it because I've never seen the doll. I didn't know how big the head was, but I thought it would stretch a lot. But when my friend saw it, she said it would never go over the doll's head. So I took it back, and I've just made this strap longer. My friend said that she has a small button that could be used, but I'll have to make some kind of loop to put the button on. And I used up scrap bits. So unfortunately, inside is just little ends. But she said, my friend said that her granddaughter is still quite young, so she doesn't know how well he'll take care of it. And I don't know what yarn it is, so I don't know how well it will wash anyway. So besides the socks, at the moment I started a sweater for my son. I kept putting it off while he was here. Sorry about the Clinton. Over the Christmas holiday, I would have gotten much further if I'd started it the first day he was here, but I didn't. I calculated how many stitches I should cast on, or first I made a swatch and washed it, and then calculated the number of stitches. And then I had done the ribbing and realized that I had done the calculation for his chest measurement and not his hip measurement, and his hip measurement is bigger than his chest. So I was quite disappointed. I stopped the ribbing at that point and did a few rows of stockinette stitch so he could check it does at least fit on his chest. But once he put it on, it really stretched, and he stretched it so much that it can go on over his hips. So I tinked back to the ribbing, and I just continued on in the ribbing, and I'm going to do maybe another 6 centimeters, and then next time he comes to visit, we'll try it on then, because he wants it shaped, and he's quite slim, and narrower waist and hips, and he wants it more body fitting. So it's his sweater, and we'll just work with his body shape. And then what else am I going to do? Okay, crocheting. I haven't done any other crocheting than my squares. Sorry. I calculated if the weight of the first 5 squares continues for the rest, that I should be able to get 8 minutes I've done. I should be able to get 70 squares. So at this point, at the halfway point, I decided to weave in the ends properly. So these 35 squares are all ready to be attached to one another, but I won't do that until they're all done. But after doing the 35 squares, I decide, okay, first I'll show this. This is how many I had done up to last time. So these are what I've done since last podcast, plus these 3. So since I wove in all the ends of these, I decided that I don't want to do that again. So after every square is finished, I'm going to weave in its ends. So this is the second half of my 70 square aim, and then I'll have the fun job of putting them together. Okay, so I had a hard time because I couldn't watch my last episode, and I didn't write down what I was supposed to do by this podcast. I had a hard time remembering what it was, and I finally gave up, and I then thought, I have to come up with something for this podcast. Could it be something sewing? And then I suddenly thought, oh yeah, sewing. And then I remembered that it was this coaster for my son. So I don't know if you can see. I I used little pieces and sewed them together. Oh, there's one. Because I wanted it to be these colors, and unfortunately I washed it after, or not, when I washed it after, unfortunately, one of the seams came undone, so I had to sew it, and it went off because I was doing my sewing on this side, on these lines, but it doesn't matter. It's just something for his desk when he's at home. Oh, I just looked at the camera, the viewer, and I noticed all the shadows. Oh well. So that's done. And then my next podcast, I'm going to make a decision about these. I was doing the trends. I didn't write down the name properly. The Trenza mittens or Trenza something or other. They're just, the name is just, okay, Trenza mitts. So they've got Trenza left on one page and Trenza mitts on the other. I think this is the pattern. I wanted to make proper thumb and make it into mittens because they're fingerless gloves or fingerless mittens. Wrist warmer or something. But it didn't turn out the way I liked, and then for some reason, it's been so long, I started knitting these. Oh. Okay, maybe I've tried to do my own design. Maybe I was supposed to undo this. Anyway, so by next podcast I have to make a decision. Do I continue with the trenza? Do I fix the thumb? Or do I just frog everything? Okay, I'm in a rush again. How does time go so fast? Okay, so I have a book. Crafts, Beautify Home from Natural Materials. It's divided into 4 sections. Each one is a season. Starts off with the spring, and we have 2 stones, and you glue on the whatever those little things from Pussy Willows are into a cute little bunny. And then another stone figure, and I forgot to look up what this is. This stuff. Oh well. Anyway, so you glue the 2 stones together and then you cover it with it. What a pretty, sorry. And now I'm in a rush again. And now we're into summer, and the Finnish people, well, I guess I could talk about it some other time on this, but anyway, birch leaves are, I think they're birch leaves, yes. You print different things for your summer cottage with the birch leaves. Sorry, I'm really rushing now. And then we have this nice pot holder. Trivet. You just get some straight branches and some jute string, and then tie it together. I'm not sure, do they show how to do it, but I guess you can figure it out from the picture. And then we're into summer. What's that summer? No, we're into fall. Take a meter-long log, and with a chainsaw you cut down till you have 20 centimeters left, and then you put some kindling inside here and light it. It's really beautiful when it's dark outside and you have a lot of these in a safe environment to burn these logs. And then we go on to winter. Make these lovely ice pictures. You can put anything, any kind of leaves inside. They put some berries in there and hung them from a tree. Oh, okay. And then we've got these. Let's come on the other side. Okay. Alright, so then I'm just going to really quickly mention Fiskars. Sorry, I have to reach around here. Fiskars is a Finnish company. They make scissors. They've got different kinds. These were free scissors from when my son was born. And then we've got kitchen scissors. They also make craft goods, different kinds of things for that, and make garden garden rakes and a lot of things like that. And why is that? Alright, so bye for now, and I don't know when this will be up.